Look here, what's showing here? What's lit up?
Target 2.
Target 2, that's right. This site was always on Target 2. For the entire 20 years it was on alert. What can you tell us about Target 2? Where is it?
Hey, you're asking the wrong person, Commander.
Well, the correct answer is I don't know.
Okay, good.
That's the correct answer. The crew didn't know, and they still do not know today what Target 2 was, or Target 1 and 3 were the alternate targets. Should the headquarters say, we want you to switch to Target 3, they just push that button. Different lights will light up here. If you had to change the burst area for the bomb, you take keys and switch it right here, and that's how they'd switch it right there. The butterfly valve we talked about top side, that's the fail-safe for the missile. Here's a cutaway view of that thing right here. There'd be an electronic control box sitting right here that had the codes in it, with the big bolts sticking in there, so you could not open this valve until they received the proper code right up here. When they received the code from the launch message, the BMAT guy would insert the code here. There's 6 thumb wheels. There's 16 characters on each thumb wheel. So that's 16 to the 6th power. How many possible combinations is that? A lot, right? 16,777,216. Some guy sat in that seat about 3 months ago, asked the same question. He says, I don't know, 16.5 million, something like that. That's Bill Gates. How he knew that off the top of his head, I don't know. But the Air Force wanted, they didn't want guys sitting here fiddling with this thing trying to guess the combination. They'll get bored sitting down here and try to guess it. So he had all those combinations. In addition, it has a tries counter on it. That means you get 6 tries to put the right combination in there. On the 7th try, even if it's right, too bad. That little electronic box commits electronic suicide. The missile's off alert, cannot be put back on alert until you come and replace that box. It took quite a while, and you're looking for a new job. So you just failed that test right there. This is the only piece that was continually monitored by headquarters or the command post at Davis-Monthan Air Base. They didn't want you messing with that. All right, so how do we launch a missile here? Well, what happens is a warbling tone will come over these speakers, be a loud warbling tone, get your attention, you drop your peanut butter sandwich and get alert. You grab your books right here, the commander has one and I've got the other one. And it says, message follows, Skybird, Skybird, Whiskey, Alpha, Niner, 5, Charlie, Foxtrot. Until you copy down 35 alphanumeric digits in this book. We both would copy that down. The message would stop. Then it'd say repeat. We'd quick swap books. I take her book, she take mine. And then the message would repeat. Took about 3 minutes. Then we'd look at the books. It'd open up. Says, yep, sure enough, we copied down the same thing. That meant you had a valid launch message. What you did then was you go in the safe right here. This is emergency war order safe. The EVO will go to war safe. There's 2 locks on there. She had 1 lock. Jennifer had 1 lock, I had the other one. She had her combination, I had mine. We didn't know each other's combinations, so it took 2 people to get in that safe. Get in the safe, get the keys out, put them on the console here, and then the next thing you do, you look for the first 2 characters in this message right here, and there's a bunch of cards in here. So you go through the cards till you find the first 2 characters. In this case, let's call it Papa 7. Matches right there. That means you rip open this little envelope in there, and inside is what they call a cookie. Not baked by grandma, but it's got 5 digits on it. And you look on that thing and it should match the next 5 characters of this message. That is your launch code. Where did that come from? Who's the only one that can have that code and authorize launch of nuclear weapons? President of the United States, correct. He's always followed around by a military officer with a briefcase called a football. If he's going to launch nuclear weapons, remember we're a retaliatory system. We're not doing this unless missiles are coming at us. So he'd go in that briefcase, get the code, send it to the Pentagon. In our case, the Pentagon would go to the SAC headquarters. 15th Air Force Headquarters, that's where the message comes from. We got the code. What else do we need to know from that? We need to know what time to launch this missile. So the next few digits in there, they could calculate the launch time. They'd write it on the face of this clock so everybody knew what time they were going to launch the missile. The last thing you need to launch the missile is the butterfly code. That'd be the last digits in there you're looking for. Put that in there, push the button, get the green light, and you're ready to launch the missile. Okay, let's do this. I'll do the countdown for you. Put your left hand on the key. They did train the crews to use their left hand. The reason is the commander needs to watch those lights as they light up during the launch sequences. So if something goes wrong, the BMAT will say, all right, Commander, what light didn't come on or what flashed or something? She had to know this. And before we do this, though, I want to point out to you, I can't reach both keys. So the other key's right here on the side, so I can't reach both keys. In addition, I can't turn this key and run over and turn that one because they're spring-loaded to the off position. If that's not enough, you have to turn them within 2 seconds of each other, and you have to hold them both for 5 seconds. So you got all that?
Got it.
With your left hand here, I'll count down, 3, 2, 1, launch, and then we'll hold it in 5 seconds, okay? 3, 2, 1, launch, turn it to the right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch, release the key, and now you've done something that cannot be undone. You cannot stop this missile from launching. The missile can abort itself, but you can't do anything. Launch enable light came on right there. Battery activated light came on. That means there's two 28-volt DC batteries inside being fed electrolyte for the first time. And it takes 28 seconds for them to come up to a charge. At this time now they're starting to flood the silo with water down there. Next light to come on here is going to be your APS power. That means the missile is on internal power. It does not need external power. And the next thing is going to be silo clock. What is that? That door is coming open and strip those tipsies topside there. Next thing is guidance go. That means the missile knows where it is and knows where it has to go. And so what do you think the last thing is going to be? There you go. What is that thing right there? Whoa. We got one heck of a fire down there. And the next thing is the liftoff. The umbilical cord's been pulled out of that missile and it's on its way. It took 58 seconds to launch that missile. The earlier generations took as much as 15 minutes or more.
So once you start it, it's done?
It's done. You can't do anything to stop it, and you can't change it in flight. And after that, what do? Well, you put out the fires of silo, close the door. The last thing on the checklist says, wait for further instructions. And you hope it comes. If it doesn't, what do? Well, the Air Force is kind enough to give you 30 days of food and water down here, but you've closed the valve that it would restrict outside air from getting in here, so you've got recirculated air and no scrubbers. So you've got about 10 to 15 days of air, then you suffocate. So you have to make a decision. Are you going to go topside and see what's going on? Send one of the young guys up there and see. Anyway, that's peace through deterrence. It worked for 100% of the time for 24 years. Peace through deterrence means that you're able to convince your enemy that you have the means and the will to destroy him if he launches missiles against you to try to destroy you. If that fails, he launches missiles, you launch missiles, now you're with MAD, that's mutually assured destruction, and nobody wins in a nuclear war. It's only who has the least amount of loss. You around there, Derek?